I'm Stacy Gordon. Welcome to That's My Jam. Today we're going to be going for quick, easy, and delicious. This is not only a great weeknight meal, but it's also a weekend favorite. It's easy to throw together and your whole family's going to love it. Today we're going to make flatbread pizza. Let's get started. We're going to start out by preheating our oven to 425 degrees. We'll be using a package of flatbreads I purchased in the bakery section of my local Kroger. These flatbreads were $3.99 and there's 2 of them in this package. That's going to be plenty for a family of 4. 2 of these flatbreads is way more than I'm going to be needing tonight, but I already know that these refrigerate and reheat very well. So I'm going to go ahead and make the full recipe. I'm going to use some nice extra virgin olive oil and drizzle just a little bit onto each flatbread. Not too much. Now I'll use a little silicone brush to evenly distribute that oil among the 2 flatbreads. We'll set this aside for a moment. We're not going to use any kind of pizza sauce on this flatbread. Instead, we're going to dice up these 2 Roma tomatoes. Once we get these diced up, we're going to transfer them to a small bowl. We're going to season with just a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we're going to stir these up and sit them aside so they can marinate. One of my favorite foods ever is ricotta cheese. And if you've never had ricotta cheese on a pizza, you don't know what you're missing. I'm going to scoop out 3 big spoonfuls of that ricotta cheese. I'll add the equivalent of about 1 clove of minced garlic. I'll blend those 2 ingredients together and then we'll sit those aside. I've placed 16 ounces of sweet Italian sausage in my skillet. I'm going to break that up and brown it over some medium-high heat. While I'm working on that sausage, my oven is preheated. So I'm going to place these 2 flatbreads in there for somewhere between 3 and 4 minutes. Just long enough for them to start turning a little bit golden. I've snipped my first basil leaves of the season. I've got 12 of these beauties and the aroma is incredible. Let's wash these up. I want to get some of the grease off of this Italian sausage, so I'm going to carefully transfer it to a paper towel on a plate and try to leave most of the grease in the skillet. Once again, we'll sit this to the side. I let these flatbreads go for about 4.5 minutes. Now I'm going to sit them down and I'm going to raise my oven temperature to 500 degrees. Now we're ready for our ricotta and garlic mixture. I'm going to divide that between the 2 flatbreads. And we'll just spoon that out evenly over our flatbreads. Next, we're going to want to add some tomatoes. We want to be careful not to get the tomato juice. So I'm just going to reach in and grab a handful and start spreading these evenly on the flatbreads. Next comes our sausage. Hopefully we've got it cooled down a little bit now, and all of that grease is drained out. I'm not using all of the sausage. This is plenty. I've still got this much left over, and no worries. I'll use this in an omelet for tomorrow's breakfast. I've washed up my basil, and I'm going to add 6 pieces to each flatbread. Next step is going to be some shredded mozzarella. How much you use is up to you, but remember, you've already got that ricotta on there. These beauties are ready to go into our 500-degree oven. Don't walk away from them because you don't want to burn these up. We just want to leave them in there long enough to melt the cheese, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. If you're enjoying today's video, now would be a great time to go tap the like button. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. About 4.5 minutes in the oven. These guys are gorgeous. Let's let them cool down just a couple of minutes, and then we'll cut into them and see what we've got. Oh yeah. If you're not familiar with ricotta cheese, the texture is just incredible, and it's got just a hint of sweetness to it. That combined with the tomato, the basil, the meat and cheese, delicious. I used my favorite ingredients on these flatbreads today. Obviously, there's no limit to the different toppings you can use. It's just whatever you like. Whatever you choose, I'm pretty sure your family is going to approve. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. I'm going to see you again real soon. In the meantime, turn off the TV, turn on some music, and just keep jamming.